my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a little, I don't know if you would call it a back to school series, but I'm going to be doing a college freshman advice video. So I'm basically saying all the tips that I wish I knew before I went into college. And if you didn't know, I'm actually a sophomore and I transferred schools last semester. I can say it wasn't really a mistake, but it wasn't the best decision I've made. So I'm going to be talking about like all the tips that I feel like freshmen should know and that no one tells people, just because I wish somebody told me and nobody told me anything. So I decided to make my own tips, and these are the things that I struggled with like the entire like first semester of college. Before I get into this video, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and click the notification bell down below. Let's get into the video. So my first tip that I feel like everybody should know: it doesn't matter how much of a morning person you are, 8 a.m.s are not for everybody, okay? I'm one of those people who wake up at 6:30 every single day and I just lay there. I honestly wake up early. I don't do anything. Like, I just lay there. Can't go back to sleep. I can't sleep past 6:30. I'm up at 6:30 every single day. So the main thing that I tell everybody is don't get an 8 a.m. because you think you'll be able to do it because, oh, for high school I woke up early and I went to class, I made it on time every day. 8 a.m.s in college are not the same as they are in high school, okay?
8 a.m.s in college are not the same as they are in high school.
They're not the same at all. Like, it seems like it's a whole different level. Like, I honestly could wake up for high school every day. I got to school like an hour early every single day just because I just woke up early. It was just like there was no point in me laying down. When I got to college and it was time for me to get up for them 8 a.m.s, I could not do it. I actually, like, okay, so I don't know how long the class was. I can't remember. I think it was like 50 minutes. But that was like the first class I had every single day, and it was an 8 a.m. And when I tell you I went to that class one time last semester, I only went once. I didn't go more than once. I literally went once and then I couldn't do it anymore. It was just like I was tired, so I never went back to the class. But luckily for me, the class wasn't accredited, so it didn't matter if I went or not. So that's not the case for everyone. So if you're not a morning person, or you think you really are a morning person, just don't take an 8 a.m. Do a 9:30. That's better. It's not much better, but I feel like you should be able to do a 9 a.m. instead of an 8 a.m. So the next thing is use RateMyProfessor. So I didn't know anything about RateMyProfessor my freshman year of college because I went to an HBCU. 9 times out of 10, the teachers aren't as hard on you and they let you do, they kind of just, they don't push you to your full potential, in my opinion. It's like I didn't learn anything. I basically just passed. I've been always one of those people that never had to study, so there I didn't have to study because the classes seemed like they were automatically easier than at a PWI, so I never really had to study anyways. But still, use RateMyProfessor. That's a really good app for if you're trying to pick a teacher, because it gives all the ratings on the teacher, and I didn't know about it. So when I transferred to my next school, basically I didn't know there was an app that you could go download and like just look up the ratings about the teachers. I got stuck with all the bad teachers, and so once the semester was over, I went and I looked up all my teachers and they all had bad ratings. Like, one of my teachers could barely speak English, but how was I supposed to know? I didn't go look up the ratings. And then like your advisors don't be like, oh, they're not a good teacher. They just tell you everybody's a good teacher when they're not. So make sure you use RateMyProfessor because it's a really good app. Like, it's a really good app. I feel like everybody should use it. Okay, another thing that I wish somebody would have told me is roommates is not for everybody, okay? Just because you want the experience of a roommate doesn't mean you'll be able to handle it. So what I mean by that is people always have roommate horror stories. They always like don't get along with their roommates, but then you see like this glamorous side where everybody gets along with their roommates. They become best friends. Oh yeah, like that's my best friend. We do everything together. Me and my roommate eat together. I never experienced that. I had 2 roommates because I transferred schools after my first semester of my freshman year. So my first roommate, she wasn't a bad person or anything. It was just like we didn't click because I I don't know. I'm more of a shy person. I'm not outgoing. She was shy too, but she was more outgoing than I was. So she would do more things that I didn't do. We didn't talk about what would irritate each other and what we shouldn't do to bother each other. We didn't talk about any of that. So it was kind of like we both came in blindly, not knowing what the other one likes and dislikes. So basically when we were in the room together, like our heads just kept clashing. It was just like, I'm hot. I'm always cold. She's always hot. It was just like, I don't know. And then my other roommate, she was just weird. Okay. I'm not gonna say no more on that because I don't know if they watch my videos, but she was just a little weird, okay? And I'm one of those people, I've never had to share a room in my entire life. I've always had my own room. So sharing a room with someone else and then they don't clean up is kind of like I don't clean up either, but when I share with someone else, my side was always clean. I made sure that I put my stuff away. I try not to leave anything like out or whatever. But you get what I'm saying. Roommates are not for everybody, so make sure you talk to a roommate. You like become friends with them, know what they like and what they don't like before you move in together. Okay. Another thing that has to go along with the roommates is don't lie on your roommate questionnaire. You need to make sure that you answer that thing honestly and truly, because if you answer just one question off, you literally get put with somebody that's the total opposite of you. Like I said that I can tolerate noise, like it's like from 1 to 10 and I put a 6, knowing good and well I don't like hearing noise. I hate noise. I hate when people make noise. And we're not gonna talk about what happened because they watch my videos, but you understand. Don't lie on that roommate questionnaire. You're gonna get put with somebody that you probably don't even click with and y'all might bump heads, but you never know. Opposites attract also, but just be on the safe side. Don't lie. The freshman 15, that is a real thing. They say the freshman 15 is not real, but it's real. I didn't gain 15 pounds, but I gained 8. I gained 8 pounds like my entire freshman year of college. Like I gained a total of 8 pounds, which I lost some of it now, but I still gained 8 pounds, and you could tell. So okay, I went to an HBCU and they had fried chicken Wednesday every Wednesday. So you know, every Wednesday I would get chicken, I would get greens, I'll get macaroni, corn. I got all that every Wednesday and I got fat. Okay, I ate that stuff every Wednesday, and keep in mind I don't really like fried chicken, so I had baked chicken, but still the greens was fattening me. Okay, I was getting fat and I was just gaining weight. And then also sometimes the food was nasty, so what I would eat every day is I'll get fries and like sometimes I'll just get fries and like a burger, or fries and chicken tenders and a pink lemonade every single day. So imagine how many pounds that just starts to pack on you. So I started gaining weight, and like when I came home for like literally like I think I came home after the first week and people told me my face looked chubby, because honestly I was hungry. Okay, I was hungry. And let me add on another tip with that. Bring ramen noodles. Those would be your best friend. Okay, I was so hungry and I always have ramen noodles in my room, just because not everybody's school has late night caf, which mine did, but I don't eat after like 9. So like the days that I didn't feel like going to the caf or my friends couldn't go with me because I hated going by myself, I would just eat ramen noodles in my room. So make sure you have ramen noodles, because that's a big thing that I feel like everybody needs. I also learned that everyone is not your friend. People will literally sit there and pretend to be your friend just to use you. Like they act like, oh, we're gonna be buddies, we're gonna be this, we're gonna be that, and then when they with their other friends, they don't talk to you, they ignore you. And that did not happen at the HBCU that I went to. Everybody was welcoming, everybody was like friendly with each other. People just really randomly walk up and talk to you. That happened after I transferred to a PWI, where I didn't know anybody. I knew a couple people, but I didn't really like talk to them. So I was mostly by myself. But like everybody is not your friend, because if you were my friend, if you knew that I was always alone, you would be with me, you know? Or if it was the other way around and I knew that you were always alone, I try to be with you because I'm your friend. But we're not gonna go into that. But you understand, everybody's not your friend. That makes me mad all over again. But we're not gonna talk about that. The people that know me know what I'm talking about, and they know who. Another thing that goes along with people are not your friend is if you have a car, people are gonna try to use you. Like they'll be like, oh, hey friend, hey girl, how you doing, la la la, what you doing today? You're gonna be like, oh, I'm going to Walmart. And they'll be like, oh, can I have a ride?
I'm like, you got gas money?
No. Which I never ask for gas money, but a lot of college students might, just because if they're paying for everything themselves, they're gonna need money for gas. And so everybody, this is like the minute people find out you got a car, you become a limo, you become an Uber, you become a taxi. Everybody wants you to drive them everywhere. Everybody wants you to take them to the store. And I was fine with like taking the people to the store like that I knew and that I talked to on a daily basis. But if I don't talk to you, don't try to come to me and act like you my friend so you can get a ride, because I'm gonna tell you no. And then for another thing, we never have parking, because I already said I went to Claflin, but we never have parking. So it was like I hated going anywhere. I hated going off campus, because when I came back I had no parking spot and I had to park across the street at the guy's dorm and walk back to my room, and it was dark. I was like, I hated it. I didn't like parking over there, so that's why I preferred not to leave campus. And so when people ask me, I'll say no, unless it was my friend. Shout out to Kaylin, because when I didn't want to drive, Kaylin used to always drive me around in my car just because I didn't want to drive. But you get the point. Okay, another thing is be careful at parties, especially the Q Dog parties, okay? Because my friend went to Winthrop and she went to a Q Dog party and got shot up. I don't know about any of the Q Dog parties at Claflin because I didn't go to them, but I just know that parties kept getting shot up. Somebody got stabbed. It was just like too much going on. And in Orangeburg, it's not that safe anyways, but you get what I'm saying. Please be careful at parties, because people like to roofie drinks, they like to rape, they like to do all kinds of crazy foolishness. Just be careful. Watch your drinks. Don't sit your drinks down. Don't take a drink from anybody. Personally, I say if you're not 21, don't drink it all. Here I am, I'm being the mom, but I'm just saying, you just don't, I don't trust people, so you don't know what they might do to your drink. You don't know what they might say it is, and that might not be what it is. So make sure you're very careful on who you get your drink from, where you get it at, what party you go to. Make sure you stay with a group of friends. Make sure you have a ride back, like in case something happens, you can easily get out of there. Just stay connected with somebody. Don't go to the bathroom by yourself. You get what I'm saying. Okay, another thing that a lot of girls don't notice is that in college, boys most of the time are not looking for relationships. Like girls like will break up with their boyfriend going to college because, oh, I'm about to meet these college boys, la la la. These boys do not care about you. They don't care about you. They do not care about you. You get it?
They don't care.
You know what they want. They want that one thing and that one thing only, and they'll try to make you think all this stuff like, oh, I love you, I'm gonna be with you for the rest of your life, so they can get that one thing and dip. So you understand what I'm saying. Boys in college aren't really looking for relationships. Don't get me wrong, there's some guys out there who are actually genuine and they want to date you and they want to be with you, but the rest of them like to play games. And also watch out, because in a lot of colleges, STDs and crazy foolishness goes on, pregnancy. Just be careful, because boys in college play real funny games, and you're gonna mess around and they're gonna run that game on you. Another thing that I learned is it's okay to not know what you want to major in, because I had a hard time. Like when I got there, first I was undecided, then I changed my major to psychology, then I changed it to nursing, then I changed it back to psychology, then I changed it back to nursing, and now I'm back to psychology finally. I switched my major multiple times because I'm not 100% sure what I want to do. But it's okay. It's okay to not know. Not everybody knows what they want to do and what they want to major in. So honestly, it's okay. You don't really have to know what you want to major in just yet. You still have plenty of time, especially if you're a freshman. It'll be okay. Like I feel like honestly, I just feel like just going undecided if you don't know. That way you can get a little taste of everything and see what you like and what you don't like. And then maybe by your like sophomore year or your junior year, you'll know what you want to do. And another thing that I literally had to get through my mind and I had to make myself understand. It's okay to not graduate with your class, okay? You think you come in, you're a class of 2018, I'm gonna graduate in 2022, but then you get a news flash that, okay, you didn't take the correct classes, the school put you in classes that you really didn't need, so now you just wasted money, and then you find out that you're gonna graduate a semester behind everybody else, so now you're gonna graduate in 2023 instead. I understand that you want to graduate with your class. That's how I am. I want to graduate with my class, but if I get stuck there another year, it's okay. I was making such a big deal, like I can't do it, so I started taking summer classes and I stressed myself out. I mean, I'm still taking summer classes, like I'm still gonna take them, but I'm not gonna put myself in such a heavy load like how I was, because I'm trying to graduate. At this rate where I'm going right now, even though I only take like 2 or 3 like classes a summer, yeah, I thought I said that wrong. At this rate, I'm gonna graduate a semester early, so it's like it's okay to like graduate later. Like it's okay. Nothing's gonna happen. It's not gonna stop you from doing anything. Cause I feel like when something you're doing gets delayed, it's a reason it's getting delayed. Like it's like you're not fully ready to go where you're supposed to be going yet. I feel like if you get pushed back, embrace it, because that obviously means that you're not ready. And when you get to where you're supposed to be, you're gonna be ready, like fully. if you get what I'm saying. Another thing that I meant to say is don't overpack. Do not overpack for college. Don't be like me, especially if you only stayed at the school for a semester and you packed up all this stuff and then literally like a couple months later you gotta pack it all back up. Don't overpack. I literally packed a bunch of clothes that I never touched. Like I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy a whole new wardrobe, I'm gonna dress up, I'm gonna be cute, and then when I got to school I wore the same outfits like every week. I was like, I don't even care. I didn't do my hair, I didn't do my makeup, I didn't dress up. I don't know. I didn't dress up just because I was lazy, but I did have to dress up some days because we would have what do you call it? Assembly. We had assembly and you have to wear business attire clothing. So those were the only days that I did my makeup and I dressed up, and it was like every other Tuesday or every second. I don't know. It was like something on the Tuesdays, and I made sure that I like dressed up on those days. But otherwise that, don't overpack. Don't bring all these shoes like I did. I had like a whole big bin like this big of shoes that I never wore. Literally every day I wore my Birkenstocks or my Uggs. So don't overpack, because there's no point of doing it. Don't overpack. Don't bring all your summer and winter clothes unless you live far away. But honestly, you have time, because when you go home for like fall break or you go home for Thanksgiving, you can just take your summer clothes home and bring your winter clothes back, if that makes sense. But some people live far away and they don't go home, because I had like a girl who was in my class from Pakistan. Like, she couldn't do that. But you get what I'm saying. Just don't overpack. Also, don't be afraid to meet new people. That's how I was. I was so afraid to meet new people. Like when I went to Claflin, I knew absolutely nobody. I didn't know anybody. Well, I knew two people. I knew two twins. Shout out to Kaylin and Kimberly again. I knew those two. Those were, oh, and I knew Erica. But those are the three people. I didn't know anybody else that I actually talked to. So it was kind of like I didn't know anybody. So it was like I came in blindsided because there was nobody that I knew. I've never been out of school full of black people before. I've always been in a school with like white people, other people. I've never been at a school that was just straight black people. So of course I was like nervous to meet people, because people always have the stereotype that black people pop off at you and have an attitude with you, and that's just, I was like, I don't have time for that. I hate when people catch an attitude with me. It'll ruin my whole day. So I didn't, and luckily I ended up meeting people still. I don't really know how I met them. Oh, okay, so we had a group chat. So that's another thing. If your school has a group chat for your class that you can join the group chat, because that's what I did. I joined the group chat, and even though I don't go to the school, I'm still in the group chat. But join the group chat. It's another way to meet people. And I ended up meeting two people because they had the same exact name as me, spelled one of them had her name spelled the same exact way as mine. And I'm gonna put in a picture of us right here because that's my best friend. Kira, I see you. I love you. I miss you. Anyways, we had the same name, and that's how we clicked, just because we had the same name. And so I met her, and then she ended up introducing me to other people, and then they ended up introducing me to other people, and then finally in my classes I just started meeting people. So that's how I met people. And so it was a lot easier though if you come in knowing people. But if you don't be like me. Don't like not talk to people. Put yourself out there, talk to people, join clubs, see what you can do just to meet people. College isn't all about partying. I feel like some people just go to college to party and get pregnant, because that's what a lot of people come home with. Like, I don't want to say this because I don't want people to get offended, but there is a certain college in South Carolina that if you go to that college, people will be like, people that go to that college come back pregnant every year. I'm not gonna say names, but if you live in South Carolina and you know all the HBCUs here, you know what school I'm talking about, because everybody knows what school people get pregnant at. But college isn't all about partying. It's basically a lot of people that just go to school to party, and my school that I went to wasn't really a party school, but it was like we had parties all the time. There was always a party on Friday. So the days that they always had parties was like Tuesdays, because there was like a bar, I think, that had like hookah and like it was like $2 hookah and like $4 shots on Tuesdays. So everybody would go to that. And then we had parties on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday every week. Literally every single week there was a party on those days, and I never went to one. Like, I didn't go not to one party just because I was scared. If I went to any parties, it was like school hosted events. Like, we had a block party, I went to that. We had like a little game night that ended up turning into a party, I went to that. Actually, I'm gonna insert clips just because I miss school so much that I think I'm just gonna insert clips of all the stuff. So when we had the block party, I'm gonna insert I didn't have any pictures from the block party or videos. I had a video from the little game night that we had, and that turned into a party, so I'm gonna insert a video right here. But you get it. And then also we had like a little meltdown, like when the freshmen came that night. So after my parents left, like it became nighttime, we had a meltdown. So I'm gonna insert that right here. Yeah, college isn't all about partying. I feel like people go to party, but don't go to party. I didn't go to party. I went to learn, and I didn't learn, but that's enough of that. Here's another thing that I learned. If you want to try to go to a party or you want to experience a party, don't go to a Christian school, because I go to a Christian school now and we don't have no parties. Like at the basketball game, like we literally can't even have regular music. It's like they play hymns and they try to like make it upbeat to make it seem like it's something else, but we all know that's a hymn. Like, don't go to a Christian school to party. Do you? Don't try to be somebody else for college, because that's just gonna get you nowhere. I know this probably sounds really random. Y'all like, what's she talking about? Nothing major, just, I don't know. If I could redo my freshman year, I would. I feel like my first semester of college was the best that I've ever experienced, and it's kind of sad that I'll never get that back, and that I'll never go back to school with those people, which I should have stayed. But my freshman year of college, I think, not the second semester, but the first semester was a really good one. Even though I went away from home for the first time and I was like really scared, and I didn't know anybody. Like it felt like a home away from home. So like at the beginning I was like really homesick, but towards the end, when it was like almost time for me to leave, I started to like being there. Like I was okay with being there. I was okay with not coming home every weekend, because I used to come home every single weekend. I was okay with not coming home every weekend. I enjoyed being with my friends, and I miss them so much, just because those are like the first college friends I ever had, and I feel like I'm never gonna lose them. Even though I may not talk to them on a daily basis, like when I see them, when I talk to them, it's just like we all like re-click. It's like I never left there. It's like I was still there, you know? And they're always like welcoming me to come back. So I'm gonna do a couple vlogs when I go back there for homecoming, because I'm gonna probably go back for homecoming and spend the weekend up there. And I think I'm going there like in a couple weeks, because they move in Tuesday coming. So I'm probably gonna go up there, not this weekend, but the next weekend or the weekend after that. And I'm gonna stay, and maybe I'll vlog. Like, I'm gonna end this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my tips, and I hope you guys learned something from me, because you don't want to be like me and ruin the second half of your freshman year just because you decided to do dumb stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and you subscribe, and comment down below any advice that you have for any other freshmen, or what you feel like they should do, because honestly, college is not the same. It's like your life is so different. It's like you don't got nobody to tell you what to do. It's like freedom. It's like you control every single thing you do. There's nobody to control anything for you. Nobody can make you go to class. Nobody can make you eat dinner. Nobody can make you come in at a certain time. There's no curfew. It's kind of like you run you. Your parents don't run you anymore. It's like you do you. And so I just feel like for the people that have always been trapped in the house and their parents kept them in the house, this video is for you, because you're gonna go to college and you're gonna act up and you're gonna get kicked out, because it's like you never had a chance to experience stuff on your own. So when you go to school, you act a donkey. Like, you just do whatever you want. So if that's you, give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below, let me know if we could talk, we could start a group chat, and I'll give y'all all the other advice that I didn't list in this video, because this video is already long enough. So I will see you guys in my next video.